right now is stop this and come back over to here and say, does anybody have any questions? You can either type one in or you can ask me right now and be like, Mr. Johnson, what did you mean by? I'll wait a second or two. And actually, I'll have some water really quick because I'm kind of thirsty.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm really I don't really know much about what topics I guess we're gonna use. I don't know. That sounds like a bad question, but I kind of don't really understand the whole I know this class is made to do research, but is there anything specific that we need to do research about? I know we're gonna pick our own topics, but is there something within those?
Yep, I got where you're coming from. I told it, and that's a good question. There's no such thing as a bad question in this class. You want to, for each, you're right, you can choose a topic on anything, okay? You will have some parameters initially. I'll give you some parameters because if I said, write a top research paper on anything, you're going to do like I would do and go, and kind of lose your mind. We're going to start off with some kind of general areas. Like I might say, hey, let's do something about, what would be a good thing? About living in Lexington. All right, we're going to talk about life in Lexington, all right? You might be given some parameters where it's like you need to either write about the economics of living in Lexington, or the politics of living in Lexington, or the environmental issues of living in Lexington. They're called lenses, and I will provide you a list of these lenses so that when you look at a topic, okay, gun control, okay, I'm sorry, gun control, you can approach that topic of gun control through one of those lenses. Again, the lenses could be economic, the lenses could be political, the lenses could be social, the lenses could be economic, social, environmental, I think was the other lens that goes out there. So that'll kind of help get you a little bit more focused. Does that make sense to you, Aiden?
Yes.
Okay, good deal, good deal. Good question, good question. I like it, I like it. Water time. All right, moving forward, since there are no other questions, and like I said, yep, we're going to hit it at that right time frame. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the summer assignment information. All right. Summer assignment information. As I said before, organization is a big thing for this class, and there are all kinds of tools that are out there that you can use. So for your first part, or the first part of your summer assignment, is going to be looking for various organizational tools, okay, or organizational methodologies, okay, because yes, a pencil is a tool, okay, and I missed a pencil, Mr. Johnson, okay. So what you guys are going to do is do some research on various tools and methodologies. So I want you to create a simple Google table, okay? And on one side or at the top or however you want to divide it up, you'll look for 3 digital tools, okay? And then 3 analog methods. And for each one of those things, you'll give me the name of that method, okay? You'll give me, or a tool, you'll give me a link to the website or the YouTube site where you found it, okay? You'll give me the date that website or that video was published. You'll give me a simple summary of the situation and then a pro and a con about that tool or methodology. All right. So for example, if we were to look at, let me back up a little bit. Analog methodologies. Okay. Analog methodologies. Digital tools. And those are going to be your things like Google Drive, OneNote, Evernote, or any of those things that you can find up when you do research on digital note-taking, okay? Those are your digital tools. When I say analog methods, I'm looking at different note-taking organization type methods, all right? One could be the Cornell notes, okay? Cornell notes, that note-taking method. You could look for something that deals with outlining structures, okay? That would be another methodology. And sketch notes, okay? Sketch notes, that would be another methodology that you can use. And those are just coming off the top of my head. So you'll look at the pros and cons of 3 analog methodologies. Are there questions about methodologies? Okay. So what I want you guys to do then, basically, and I'll tell you the best way of doing this, okay, is our favorite friend, Google search. But not just Google search, okay, that's a good one. YouTube search, okay? You can find anything on YouTube anymore. All right. Go ahead and YouTube and, like, do digital learning tools, okay, and see what comes up. Analog note-taking methods, or handwritten note-taking methods, handwritten organization methods, note organization methods, anything along those lines. And you'll get all sorts of videos and information that'll help you complete that table, okay? If you are feeling stymied when you start working on this, hit me up on Remind 101, send me an email, and I'll get back to you, lickety-split, okay? What else? That's part 1. Part 2, annotations, annotations, annotations. I'm giving you guys a whole big introduction as to what annotations are over here, okay? And basically, annotations is when you take something that you're reading, okay, and you're making notes on what you're reading. All right. Oh, wow. I think that might even fall under the analog methodology, okay? Annotations. You're taking notes on what you're reading. You are highlighting things in certain colors to represent questions that you may have or important information that you may have. You're writing down words that you don't quite understand, all right? Now, unless you have done annotation in the past, I didn't really start doing any kind of annotation work personally until I got to college. And I was like, Anna who? Anna what? You guys are ahead of the curve on this thing. I probably would have been a better student had I been doing that back then. Oh, well. Anyways, I've got a link down here that'll take you to a Google website where they run through annotating documents using Google Docs, okay? It's actually really cool. You'll just need to make sure when you access it that you are doing it from your school website. Okay, do it from your school website, your school Gmail account, so that you can save the documents, then share them with me at another time. But you'll click on that link. It'll run you through a 4-minute tutorial about one piece. You'll start the process off and you'll run through the 5 modules. And at the end, you'll have a finished product that you will eventually submit to me for a grade, okay? It's actually fairly easy and it's good information and gives you the good practice. And I'm wanting you guys to do this so that when we start off at the beginning of the year and I say, okay, take this home, read it, annotate it, be ready to discuss it tomorrow, okay, you'll be like, Anna, what it? You'll have an idea of what you need to do. You'll be able to jump in there, get it taken care of, and be ready for the next day. Also, a lot of times I even put readings out, several days in advance to give you plenty of time to really kind of go through it and digest it and be able to recall it and move forward from there. All right. Sometimes I've been known to be a fast talker, and yeah, that's just how it happens sometimes. Does anybody have any questions about anything? And there's no bad question.
Okay, so to clarify, the 6 things, that's part 1 of the assignment, and then like that tutorial/lesson, is that the second part of it?
Yes, it is. Exactly.
Okay.
And even when you submit it on Canvas, okay, there'll be it'll be under assignment. There'll be something that says summer assignment, part 1, organizational tools. Okay, boom. Then that's what you'll submit. Then there'll be summer assignment part 2, annotation. Boom, that's what you'll submit also. Good question. All right. I said 135, 140. We were at 130. Woo! Now, how long did Miss Love have you out there, guys, for? For about an hour or so? Hour and a half?
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half, yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. This stuff is just really quick, Ed. I just wanted to give you guys something really quick, just to kind of give you an idea of what this class is going to be like and answer some of those questions that you guys had. Aiden, again, yours was a great question. when we start classes, we'll get into a little bit more detail about stuff. That's when we'll start talking about the lenses. That's when you'll kind of get some direction as to, oh, I'm doing this research on this topic. How do I want to approach it? Okay. Do I want to approach it from a economic viewpoint? Do I want to approach it from a statewide viewpoint, or do I want to approach it from a national viewpoint? Is this something that I think that impacts the world, or is it just something that's solely focused on North Carolina or Lexington? And if so, how does it impact, North Carolina? What ways does it impact North Carolina, and what can be done about it? What are some solutions, and what may the naysayers have to say about my solution? So it's all that kind of fun stuff. But it's a building class. It builds on the first basic skills, and we just really get the chance to have kind of fun with everything. If any of you folks know any of the kids that took this class last year, other than Nayla's sister might not have had fun with the class, most folks tended to enjoy it. And had a good time with everything. And I think everybody that came out of it said that they got a lot of good stuff out of there. Just about everybody who submitted the final research project for this class passed. Okay, we had a 80%, just shy of an 80% pass rate for this class for the AP stuff. So if you try, and I think that our numbers would have gone higher had we stayed in school all the way through to the end. Since you guys are starting remotely, you'll just develop the coping skills to be ready for doing whatever it is, but doing it remotely versus having me there all the time saying, do your work. Okay. That's pretty much it. That's all I got to babble on about. It's about my nap time, y'all. I'm getting old. I be needing to take a midday nap. I don't know about y'all, but if you do have any questions on anything, if you are confused about something, if you've got any kind of concerns, by all means, go ahead and shoot me a message. Again, Remind 101 or email, whichever the case may be. Pull it together, and we'll make the magic happen. We'll take care of you, okay? Yes, Mr. Johnson, fantastic. We got you. That's what I needed to hear.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's what I need. All right, guys. Everybody, have a fantastic weekend. I'll probably get 1 or 2 messages next week, which is what I would love to see. And if not, I will see all of you in the next, 2 weeks or so? 2 weeks. Bang. But we're going to be ready for it, right? Right. Go on. Go home. Sign off. Eat lunch. Eat dinner. Do whatever. I'll catch you guys in a week or so.
Bye.
Bye, Mr. Johnson. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, Mr. Johnson.
See you, Betsy. No, the kitty cat. Chloe has left the meeting.